Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullah. Brothers and sisters in the audience, I hope you are well by the infinite mercy of Allah. Promoting Islam is an audio program where various topics of Islam are practiced and discussed. If you like it, please subscribe the channel to get new videos. Mohammadi is the creation of light, and by that light, the description of the creation of all the worlds. At first Allah was alone. There was nothing invisible to the sky and the scenery. There was no one to call Allah Allah. Allah willed to create the universe. It is known from the hadith that Allah first created the light of Muhammad. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Narrated by Abu Huraira, radiallahu anhu, one day the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, asked the angel Gabriel, "How old are you?" The angel said, "I do not know my age, but a star in the fourth sky rises once every 17,000 years. I have seen Vatu 1,000 times. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "They were me. Allah made my light as a star because of my birth. He will not see it again until the day of judgment." In response to a question from Jabir, radiallahu anhu, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Allah first produces my light from his light. At that time there was nothing else in the universe." There are many hadiths related to this. When Allah wanted to reveal his divine Lila, he said to his light, "Create Mohammadi Noor." As soon as the order was received, Mohammadi Noor was created and prostrated to Allah and began to praise Allah. Allah said, "That is why I created you." Then Allah said, "I will make all creatures by your light and send you as the last prophet. Since you praised me, I named you Muhammad, the praiser." Then Allah sometimes asks that Noor to prostrate to Allah, sometimes to praise him. Then he made many screens, covers, and covered the light with these screens. That light resides in each curtain and chants Allah for millions of years. Finally, coming out of the screen, that light breathed. From that breath, Allah created the souls of all living beings. And by that light, he created everything else. After creating the heavens and the earth, Allah divided them into 7 parts. Then Allah divided that light into 10 parts, and from one part of it, one, created a jewel, ruby, whose length and width were equal to the road of 4,000 years. When Allah looked at it, it trembled in fear of him, and it turned half into water and half into fire. The water becomes a sea, waves rise in it, and wind blows through it. Then Allah made the fire prevail over the water, and the water became very hot due to the heat of the fire, and foam and steam rose from it. In that foam the earth, and in the vapor the sky is created. The soil floats on water. The waves of the sea later join together to form mountains. The land floating on the water was shaking, moving, and its shaking was stopped by the mountain. Mine falls on Tajali hills of God Noor. Was created the friction of mining iron and stone produced fire, by which Allah created the jinn race and allowed them to live in the world. 2. By the second part of light Allah created the pen. 3. Lauha made Mahfis by the third part of Noor. Then Lauha asked the pen to write Bismillah on Mahfuz. At this the pen trembled with fear and wrote Bismillah for 1,000 years. Then he ordered the pen to write La ilaha illallahu Muhammad Rasul. After writing this kalima, the pen remained in one place for 1,000 years and greeted the Prophet, to which Allah himself replied. Then he asked the pen to write down all the deeds of the Ummah. The pen wrote, "Whoever obeys Allah will go to heaven, and whoever does not obey will go to hell." The pen received the order and finished writing from Adam alayhi salam, to the Ummah of Isa, Adam alayhi salam, in the above order. Then Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, started writing the records of the Ummah according to that rule. But when it was arrogant to write, "Whoever disobeys the command of Allah will go to hell," then it was forbidden to write it. Hearing this prohibition, the pen burst and trembled for 1,000 years. Then he told the pen to write, "I will forgive all the sins of the Ummah of the Friend, because my name is Rahim, and I will have mercy on them." For Allah created the throne by the fourth part of light. 5. Allah created the kursi by the fifth part of the light. 6. He made 8 heavens by the sixth part. 7. By the seventh part the moon and the sun created the stars. 8. He created day and night by the 8th part. 9. He created angels by the 9th part. 10. Created the Mohammadi soul by the 10th part. According to another narration, after creating the light of the Prophet, Allah created a tree with 4 branches called Sajratul Akin. Later, he placed the light in the form of a peacock and placed it on the tree. That peacock of the color of white pearls. Thousands of years were on that tree. Then he placed a mirror in front of the peacock. Peacock got scared when he saw his face in the mirror. Being scared, the peacock made 5 prostrations to God, from which the 5 daily prayers originated. Allah looked at that peacock. Sweat ran from the peacock's body. By that sweat Allah created all the worlds. Angels from the sweat of the head, Arsh Kursi from the sweat of the forehead, Kalam Law, heaven, hell, Anbiya from the sweat of the chest, Aliyah, Alam, Abidia, Shaheed, Imam, the righteous from the sweat of the face, the Jew from the sweat of the ear, Nazara, the soul of the hoarder, the jinn from the sweat of the armpit. Satan made all that remains from the sweat of the feet. From the navel emanated 7 drops of light by which 7 oceans were created. The name of the first sea is Akal. The name of the second sea is Ilam. The name of the third sea is the void. The name of the fourth sea is Hea, shame. The name of the fifth sea is Saba, patience. The name of the sixth sea is Meher. The name of the seventh sea is Tawhid, oneness. After creating the world with the sweat of the peacock, Allah asked the peacock to look forward. Peacock looked ahead and saw a bright light standing in front of him and 4 lights standing around that light. The brightest light in between was the light of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the other 4 lights were his 4 main companions. Allah said to Noor, "Keep reciting tasbih." After 70,000 years of reciting tasbih, Allah made a lantern out of red ruby stone. The lamp had the same appearance as the Prophet had in the world. Around that face of the Prophet, all the souls chanted for millions of years. Then Allah said to all the souls, "Look at the face of the Prophet." Hearing this, everyone started looking at the face of the Prophet. He who saw his head became king. The one who saw the forehead became righteous. The one who saw the eyes became memorized in the Quran. The one who saw the ears became virtuous by hearing good words with his ears. He who saw the face became wise. He who saw Ashta became a vizier or minister. The one who saw the face was fasting. The one who saw the tooth looked very beautiful. The one who saw the tongue became the prince. That the voice saw that he became a muezzin and waskari. Beard saw that he became a religious warrior. The one who saw the neck became wealthy and a businessman. He who saw the wind of the hand became an archer. The barber who saw the right shoulder. The one who saw the left shoulder became the executioner. The one who saw the right hand was the spender. The one who saw the left hand became the shopkeeper. He who saw both hands became a donor. He who saw the back of the right hand was miserable. He who saw the back of the left hand learned color work. The one who saw the knuckles became the writer. He who saw the back of the finger became a worker. He who saw Sina became a scholar. The one who saw the back became the Shariatullah. The one who saw the belly was only slightly satisfied. He who saw the knee became a bower. He who saw the foot became a hunter. He who saw the soles of his feet got the strength to walk. Whoever turned his face was a Jew, a Christian, an infidel. The one who didn't pay attention claimed God.